What's up, Wolfpack fam? It's your boy Kid back at it again. Hope you're doing well. More Robot Wars action. The first World Championship. Let's get it. We're keeping the headphones off for a second because this intro is always loud for me, guys. And quality looking good. Maybe we got an actual 1080p one today. Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man who's even more chicken than Colonel Sanders, Craig Charles.
Citizens, the world is at war. After 50 years of peace, the big red button has finally been pushed. Yes, this is it. Robot Wars, the first World Championships. For years, man and machine have lived in harmony. But what about the machines? While we were watching Reagan and Gorbachev go fishing, the robots were planning their invasion. And tonight, robots from all over the world are taking to arms in the biggest, most ferocious battle since my gran fell out with the neighbours. But how do you decide on a world champion? Well, there can only be one true test. Robot against robot. Titanium body armour against deadly robotic weapons. Yes. Our international robots are going to be playing the fiercest, most destructive knockout competition ever. 16 robots, whittled, bashed, chainsawed and burned down to one ultimate survivor. But not only will they be fighting each other, they'll also be facing the ultimate mechanical menace, the house robots.
First up, Craig. A lean, mean killing machine, Shunt takes to the international stage with his pneumatic lifting ram, hydraulic diamond-edged axe, and more speed and power than ever before. Sergeant Bash promises to set the world on fire with a flaming, ferocious 360-degree turret of death and destruction. He'll take on the world and leave it hot and bothered. Dead Metal takes his international duties very seriously, and that circular saw's going to cut all countries down to size, the size of the Isle of Wight. The world might be one great big onion, but with hydraulic tusks and a chainsaw tail, matriarchal Matilda isn't going to shed any tears over these championships. And last but by no means least, the undisputed titan of mechanized warfare, Sir Kill-A-Lot. Cut up or shut up, drill or be still. When it comes to global conflict, he'll be taking no prisoners. Be afraid, Craig. Be very afraid.
But while the damage happens out here, the repairs are being made backstage. And to see how our international roboteers get ready for such a war, let's join Philippa. She's in the pits.
Thanks, Craig. I'm surrounded by teams from all four corners of the globe, and they're all preparing to do battle. Teams from Australia, Holland, Belgium, Cyprus, Czechoslovakia, America and Ireland have all flown in to join our British teams and are all hoping to become the first World Robot Wars champions. International reputations are at stake.
Ooh. So they use their nuts to bolt up. They tinker and tighten. They screw and unscrew. They're ready to brush up and spruce up for world domination. The draw for these first championships made, 16 teams taking part. Dipoposaurus Rex of Belgium against Diotior of Ireland. Weldor of Northern Ireland against Prometheus from the States. Alltalk of Scotland against Razor of England. Mortis the English against Terra Australis. Behemoth of England against Holland and Technolees. The Welsh Panic Attack against 101 of England. Chaos 2 of England against Kilohertz from the Czech Republic. And the Moor of the USA against Cerberus from Cyprus.
Our 16 competitors have been randomly drawn into 8 head-to-head knockout battles. And if both robots are still standing at the end of each round, then our team of internationally recognised judges will decide a winner, based on style, control, damage and aggression. But enough talk. Hey, let the wars begin!
From Belgium, Dipoposaurus Rex.
Our lifting flipper at the front of the robot's the main weapon. Two 24-volt, 30-amp wheelchair motors provide speeds of up to 8 miles an hour. Will Dipoposaurus Rex become World Robot Wars king?
Hi, I'm Nancy, and this is Philip, and we're from Belgium, and this is our robot, Dipoposaurus Rex.
It's in metal and aluminium, and it lifts 100 kilos on the front.
Oh.
And it's 2 wheelchair motors, 2 batteries, 24 volts.
From Era, Dietor.
A massive favourite with bot fans, this furball has a pneumatically powered lifting arm to throw. Main assets are 0 turning circle and low ground clearance. The team as dotty as their colours.
I'm Joe Gavin.
Kieran Bourne.
I'm Peter Redmond, and this is Dietor, son of Nemesis. We're representing Ireland in the International Robot Wars competition, and this is the weapon that we're going to be using to destroy all the rest of the robots. It's hydraulically cocked on these large car springs. Comes all the way down, so it's flush with this bar here, and then we can fire it and hopefully throw all the rest of the robots over.
Roboteers, stand by.
Dipoposaurus Rex with Nancy and Philippe Popé, whose main passion is motorbikes.
I'm going with the Dipoposaurus Rex. I don't know, man. Just really quickly before we get into this stuff, seeing some of the names, you know, the familiar faces on the robots, it's gonna be some, you know, some freaking crazy competition. So hopefully good battles. That's all we can hope for. We're gonna go with the other one. We're not going with Dietor on this one.
And Dietor from Ireland, with Kieran Byrne, Joe Gavin, and Peter Redmond, the captain at the controls.
Oh, boys.
They're great fun, let me tell you, the Irish lads. As long as they can keep Dietor away from the flame pits, or the flamethrower of Sergeant Bash in the corner. You watch the fur fly. And the lifting arm raised to Dipoposaurus Rex, perhaps, as the Belgian dinosaur of Robot Wars just trickles away. In comes Dietor once again. You can see the lifting arm there from the Dipoposaurus Rex cabin. You can see the distance there away from the arena, and they have to use the remote controls like that to turn and flip opponents, and that's what Dietor has done. But that's what we call a Shreemech in Robot Wars, a self-righting mechanism, yes, thrown, but can easily right itself because of the shape of the robot. Later on, you might see more technically advanced Shreemech systems. But meanwhile, Dipoposaurus Rex and Philippe have other problems because Dietor has that lifting arm manoeuvring again. Sort of stabbing out but not causing main danger, and the main danger now for the Belgian team is the pit just inches away. They're caught between a rock and a hard place, and they're lifting Dietor. Is Dietor on fire? Flame flickering from the rear end of the Irish shade. We knew they'd be vulnerable to flaming fur. Oh, sizzling and burning. Are their hopes going up in smoke?
Cease.
Oh, I don't know, because it's going to go to the judge's decision now.
Well, both robots were still mobile at the end of that epic battle. So while we wait for the judge's decision, let's look at some of the fighting again.
Craig, a few spirits have been dampened, that's for sure. Dietor had started so well on the attack against Dipoposaurus Rex, using the arm well. Getting in underneath Dipoposaurus Rex and flipping. Belgian team managing to right themselves. Is that the flick of flame shooting out from Bash that caused the problems? Smoke beginning to rise slowly, slowly, then the flicker of flame. And will that damage sustained by Dietor prove crucial with the judges? In the end, just hanging on there in the stalemate.
They're smiling.
Their decision that counts.
We have a unanimous decision. Dietor go through.
Yeah! Irish eyes are smiling, and your Brussels sprout of here. The Irish boys go through.
Well, they definitely looked more aggressive. It might have been the most aggressive that I've ever seen Dietor in throughout any of these matchups. So pretty cool.
Disappointment for the Belgians.
How was that
Good
for you
try.
lot?
Grant.
Yeah?
It was a tough fight.
It was, I got
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good team.
Good opponent.
Yeah.
Lifted us right up off the ground.
Well, you're through. That is one hot robot.
Steaming.
I give up on the gags, I think. It was very dramatic when you were both out like that. It was incredible. I thought you had them. I thought they were losers.
No forward.
But you just never know what's going to happen, do you?
No.
Will you come back and do it again?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And what will you change?
The power, I think. Power in the nose as well. It doesn't always go up when I want it to, so...
Right. Yeah, I know. I saw you. Okay, thank you very much.
They live to fight another day. Not today, though. Diotior go through. And next up, Prometheus against Weldor.
From the United States of America, Prometheus.
A two-stroke petrol engine produces 7 horsepower. The weapon's a circular saw, the body and frame aluminium. And at up to 30 miles an hour, it's the joint fastest in the field.
Hi, my name's Richard Brill. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, in the United States of America. This is our robot Prometheus. It does about 30 miles per hour with its gas engine. Has an electric backup motor, which is also extremely fast. It has a saw blade here to chew up the competition, which hopefully we'll be able to do a lot of that. Get the competition up here and chew them up and spit them out.
From Northern Ireland, Weldor.
6 months and 1,800 pounds in construction, a deadly pneumatic hammer and forklift capable of lifting 90 kilos provide the weaponry. The body shell's aluminium. Entry 4, Weldor.
Hey, my name's Philip. This is Rand. We're representing the north of Ireland in the international competition. This is our robot Weldor. As you see, we've got a pneumatic forklift at the front and a hammer action at the back. And hopefully we'll be able to dodge and weave, score a few points, keep out of trouble, and hopefully win our bouts.
This could be a bad decision, but we're going with Weldor. I wasn't like really impressed. I was actually discouraged the last episode when Prometheus battled. You know, they like the bot looked cool and all that stuff, and you thought it could do a lot. So I was kind of disappointed on the last episode that we watched. So I'm not really feeling Prometheus. I want to go with Weldor. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, guys.
Stand by.
The Prometheus team from the United States of America, strong Richard Brawl, Mike Levenberg and Stephen Lane. And Weldor from Northern Ireland.
3.
Phelim at the controls. He's a drummer in his spare time. He also thinks that Weldor's camouflaging paint will be crucial here. Boys from Northern Ireland, Prometheus can't see camouflage, but he can smell your oil. He can also drive very badly, straight into Kill-A-Lot. And if you go into the CPZ, the corner patrol zones, it means the house robots can attack you. And Prometheus very lucky to get away with that. Have they got away with it? Are they immobilized now? As Weldor comes in and uses that lifting forklift, it can lift up to 90 kilos. And beginning to peel away also there, the shell of Prometheus. The aluminium frame looks very frail to me. The lights may be flickering on the front, but there's no one at home at the controls, it seems to me. Weldor in command here. Prometheus has got it all to do. Weldor spinning it around. Look at this. And nuts and bolts coming off Prometheus also there. The United States of America boys in real trouble. That's Shunt, the house robot, in underneath Prometheus now. And the Northern Ireland team, you can see from their vantage point, very much in control, causing superficial damage on the side of Prometheus. That's not the main worry. Oh, that is! They've stalled! Listen to the hush in the arena. The engine's gone. It's stopped. They're out of it. Totally immobilized at the mercy now of Shunt and the Northern Ireland.
Proven right. Disappointment. You know, the robot looks all pretty looking and shit, but just ineffective. So I'm glad Weldor won that one.
Boys go through with Weldor. What happened to Prometheus? Well, he doesn't know, that's for sure.
Well, just because a robot's loud doesn't make a robot hard. Prometheus goes out, Weldor goes through.
Good job, boys.
Oh dear, the Yanks spanked.
It's a good job you weren't relying on your axe to win that. That's all I can say. Because it was slightly ineffective, wasn't it?
It was very ineffective.
The forklift was very effective.
Didn't even dent them.
The forklift was effective enough to lift up his front wheels, which he relies on for steer.
I didn't miss that. I didn't miss the effectiveness of the fork. But the hammer was very funny. Sorry, it was.
It's an experimental robot, smaller arena. No excuses, though. They beat us fair and square. It's just a good battle.
You know, in the middle, when it all went quiet, what had happened?
Well, when they had us up in the air, they started the fuel line. So, you know, we ran out of gas.
Oh, Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not that old excuse.
It was fun, though. We had a good time with it.
Good.
I think we left some rubber marks out there on the stage.
Memories, no excuses, and no place in the next round. It's Weldorf from Northern Ireland through, and next up, All Talk and Razor.
From Scotland, All Talk.
Custom-made tyres for slick handling and up to 30 miles an hour with 4 QD speed controllers. The body shells are millimetre thick stainless steel. That could be frail.
I'm Richie, this is Martin and DJ. This is our robot All Talk, which is the Scottish representative for the International Robot Wars. We have a 4-wheel drive machine. It's got suspension on all the wheels. It's got special belts on the tyres to give more grip. We should be able to do about 20 miles an hour and smash these spikes into the competition. We can be flipped over and still run around, hopefully. And our driver, Hamish, hopefully will sort all the competition out.
From England, Razor.
Yeah!
Cutting edge from hardened sheet steel, a gnashing, crumpling, saw-tooth beak, 2 trolley shop caddy motors for power. This is a Robot Wars veteran, but it has suffered from breakdowns in the past.
I'm Simon Scott.
I'm Ian Lewis.
And I'm Vincent Blood, and we're the Razor team representing England.
This is our nasty robot Razor with 9 tons of squeezability. We're going to win. And if it gets tipped over, it's straight back in action with its self-righting mechanism. Have you ever seen anything so truly awful?
It's freaking awful. We're going with Razor. I want to see Razor crush the competition. That's what I want.
I hope not.
You better win.
All Talk, Hamish at the controls. Perhaps Martin and Richie in reality.
Crush 'em.
And Razor with Simon Scott, Vincent Blood, and Ian Lewis there with the beard on the left. Have you ever seen anything as awesome as Razor? That was the boast. Hamish looks scared already.
Get him, Razor.
St Andrew on the top of the Scottish entrant. All Talk. Are they all talk, though, and no muscle? Because look at the damage already caused by that squeezability factor of Razor. And again, call it a beak, call it a claw, call it horrible. Creating damage. The Razor weapon. And this looks a very dangerous robot to me. Sergeant Bash there, a flick of flame, back in its own CPZ. Leaving Razor to cause all the damage itself. In on those custom-made tyres. Shredding, look. Simply snapping through the millimetre-thick stainless steel. I thought it might be too frail. Little Robin there, in the middle of the All Talk team, can hardly watch. Again,
oh my God.
Look at that, simply snapping down and piercing the shell of All Talk. Just living it with more holes than a pepper pot. And the Razor team look determined. All Talk in trouble.
Nice.
More damage. That is a knife through hot butter. Sergeant Bash coming into the CPZ as well. Oh, Hamish! How'd you like your Hamish? Well done. Medium, perhaps? Oh, dear. You better get it while you can. He's not going to be around long, is he? Let's be honest. Oh, you can hear the metal just being crumpled and broken. Oh, no. Now dead metal.
Oh, boy.
Well, that's what it is. All Talk, I'm afraid. You are dead metal.
Cease.
You've got no chance. And the Razor boys know it. They're through. And All Talk well beaten. That was impressive by the Razor team. Very, very impressive.
Our motors weren't on top performance, so we couldn't push or anything, so it was a case of seeing along with last, really. Now we got beat, fair and square, it was all right.
We were hoping to get the weapon actually jammed in and lift them up and sort of parade them around a bit, but we couldn't sort of do that. But we managed to squeeze most of it.
Yeah. All credit to them, they're tough little competitors.
Yeah, they kept
but
going.
We
That
made
was a good
haggis
thing.
meat out of them in the end.
So that's what happened of Hamish. He's in your next haggis. All Talk out, Razor through, and next up, Mortis against Terra Australis.
From England, Mortis.
Always controversial throughout the history of wars, the team of former Cambridge students may appear too confident. No doubting the menace of Mortis. The hammer can hit 3 times a second. The arm can hoist 100 kilos.
Hi, my name's Rob Knight.
Hi, I'm Ben Gordon.
And I'm Arthur Chilcott.
And this is our robot Mortis.
It's a veteran from UK Wars 1 and 2, and we are representing England in the international competition. We have, as weapons, a large axe. It's got a lifter, which can also self-right. It's running on tracks. It's custom-built motors, custom-built electronics, custom-built batteries, and it's armoured in titanium and a carbon fibre and Kevlar shell.
AKA expensive as...
From Australia, Terra Australis.
You can't tie this kangaroo down, Sport. A circular saw would cut any restraints to shreds. At 0 turning circles an asset, but at 3 miles an hour, it could be a bit of a possum.
I'm Peter. I'm Nick. I'm Rodney. And this is Terra Australis. This is our robot. It's pretty mean. It's tough. It's made out of solid steel. It's got a nice saw out the front. Some ramming spikes out the back. It runs upside down. It's got a 2-stroke horsepower petrol engine. Gives us lots of power, lots of speed. And it's going to kick butt.
Oh, we finally get to see what this robot can do, but I'm going with Mortis, man. Is money going to talk on this? This 30,000, whatever. Is money going to be the factor right here? Because that's an expensive bot, Mortis. Let's go with Mortis.
Stand by.
Mortis. It's mean and menacing from Cambridge. Rob Knight at the controls, Arthur Chilcott next to him, and then Benjamin Gordon. And there's Terra Australis.
3.
Rodney Gullickson's at the controls there on the left. And it's a very slow start from the Australian team. They haven't got moving at all. The clutch broke 3 days before they came here to the arena for the finals and left Australia. And it's Mortis doing all the attacking and Terra Australis. Terra Australis? Terra? Are you sure? Wimpy Australis and menacing Mortis. They haven't even moved. Oh dear. Go on, knock 'em out a little bit, kangaroo. No. Rodney, what are you doing here? Use your controls, man. Oh dear. Well, Terra Australis as menacing as a koala bear. And they've shut up shop. And they're heading back to Ayers Rock. And Mortis didn't have to do a lot, let's be honest. Go back down under, feeling down and deflated. The Cambridge boys, well done to them, because the Wizard of Oz didn't come up with any spellbinding factor. Terra Australis out, Mortis go through. Next up, Behemoth against Technolees.
From England, Behemoth.
Don't let the moth fly too close to the flame pits. The underside's flammable and the 12-volt electric motor vulnerable. It's heavy, though, has twin blades and may give someone the axe here.
I'm Anthony, this is Kane, this is Michael, and we're fighting for England. This is Behemoth. Its main weapon is a pneumatic scoop, which can lift about 300 kilograms. At the rear, we have a couple of axes which are designed for damage.
From Holland, Technolease.
12-volt batteries provide the power, 4-wheel drive through air-filled tyres. A small nose wheel gives a short turning circle. The grinding blade powered by a 22cc 2-stroke petrol engine.
Hello, I'm Eric, and this is France, and we're from the Netherlands. This is our robot, Technolease. Got some nice spikes on the front, and on the back a very powerful blade, driven by a 2-stroke petrol engine. It's electrically driven.
And we made it very shiny, because you've seen all the robots in here, and you think, when we make it shiny, beauty kills the beast.
Yeah, that's not going to work out that good. Behemoth, I don't know, man. Sometimes you just feel like, man, even when like the American one was talking so much crap, like they're going to do so great, just feel like sometimes these guys talk so much, and then their actions just, oh man, I don't know.
Stand by.
There's
Shiny.
Behemoth with Anthony, Michael and Kane, and Technolease, Eric,
3,
and Franz Verplanker.
1.
And their robot is shiny.
Yeah.
Oh, good to see the old L plates in the back. Or L plates, anyway. They need L plates if they drive like that straight into the scoop of Behemoth.
Shiny.
Can Technolease ride itself? Doesn't look like it. And that could be it. No, look, they're thinking we're already out. Well, we're heading back to the windmills. And a little bit of anxiety and disappointment on those tulips from Amsterdam.
2 disappointing rounds right now. Jesus, man. Was that a 2-second win?
Oh, dear.
5.
all over in a trice, really. One touch from the scoop. The second touch, all double Dutch for Technolese.
Bye-bye.
They're out, and England has another competitor through, in the shape of Behemoth. And next up, Panic Attack and
Nice.
101.
From Wales, Panic Attack.
The winners of the second series of British Wars. It's been rebuilt 4 times since with lifting spikes imported from Sweden. Can push and lift its own weight is enough to create panic in every attack.
My name's Kim Davis. This is my son Michael, and we're representing Wales. This is our robot, Panic Attack. We have electric lifting spikes, which should be able to lift the opponents, and we can also self-right with our self-righting mechanism.
From England, 101.
The carbon dioxide powered ramming spike's crucial here. It'll fire automatically on contact with a target and can penetrate steel plate. The robot cost a maximum 101 pence to build.
I'm Mike Franklin. This is Amy, my daughter, Super Bunny, and 101, and we're going to fight for England. We've got an awesome beast with caterpillar tracks, a big weapon at the front, and some big powerful motors.
Okay. Guys, we have always pretty much rooted against 101. We are going with 101 this time. You know, I've underestimated that robot countless times, been wrong. I want to be right on this one. I'm going to go for 101, hope for the best and stuff like that. Even though Panic Attack is a beast on its own, we got some really solid competitors, and I just want to say how happy I am watching this episode right now. I don't know, you guys can't tell, but the quality right now is so damn good. I'm seeing everything so damn crystal clear right now, so I'm feeling good.
Stand by.
Powerful enough to beat Panic Attack, I wonder? With Kim Davis and son Michael there. 101 with Mike, daughter Amy, and Super Bunny. Super Bunny. And they'll need plenty of hop here to get beyond Panic Attack and those lifting rams. Took
101.
only a week to rebuild Panic Attack first time around from its success in the second series of British Wars. But it's been rebuilt 4 times in all for perfection and lifting and throwing 101. Look at this. As something comes flying off, I think it's actually off the top of Panic Attack. Only superficial and then through 101. I think that was only a superficial nut or bolt on the top of Panic Attack, and to me 101 is already out, immobilized. They're trying to get the tracks to spin. Mike at the controls, he's built a model jet engine in the past. He needs something to fly now for 101. Oh! Panic Attack's driven itself into the pit! And 101 survives!
Cease.
Well, Panic Attack threw themselves down there.
Are you freaking kidding me with this shit? Oh my God, man. Wales.
Look at this. Kim Davis drove himself into the pit, and 101 lucky enough to just stay out. 101 go through, Panic Attack out. That's a major surprise. Next up, Chaos 2 against Kilohertz.
Jesus, man.
From England, Chaos 2.
The champ. George Francis is a Robot Wars veteran. He's got the knowledge and the hardware. 20 miles an hour speeds, a CO2-powered high-pressure flipper, 0 turning circle, and the desire to cause chaos.
I'm George, this is Ian, and his son Richard. This is our robot, Chaos 2. We're representing England in the internationals.
And the main features of our robot are a very powerful flipper which can throw robots right up into the air. It's got very powerful motors, it goes very quickly, and it's got high traction.
The champ.
From the Czech Republic, Kilohertz.
The pickaxe weapon has interchangeable heads. It's the heaviest in the World Championships at 83.1 kilos. Took 5 months and £2,000 to build, but it's high. Can be easily flipped.
Hi, he's Dominic.
And he's John.
This is our robot, Kilohertz. A nice big powerful axe, even more powerful axe this year. Titanium cutting blade at the front end. And this is our new driver.
We're representing the Czech Republic because I'm half Czech. This is our slogan here. Marsz Ślupatý Pupíček. It actually means you have a hairy tummy button.
I might regret this, guys, but we're going with Kilohertz because he got a freaking Charmander on it. I was gonna do the Pokemon sound for you guys, but I don't want you guys to be upset with me with my stupidness. So yeah, we'll leave it to that. But damn, that is pretty cool, man.
Stand by.
Chaos 2, much fancied in the pits, let me tell you. George Francis at the controls there. And
The
Killer
champ.
Hertz with Dominic Parkinson on the right and his rather tenuous links with the Czech Republic. In the interest of international relations, though, he's flying that flag with his hairy tummy button. Interesting, all the facts you know about the Robot Wars competitors, isn't it? I wonder who's got the hairiest tummy button in the Chaos 2 team. I'm interested to think. Now, Killer Hertz just manoeuvring itself to come in on the attack on Chaos 2. Ooh. That hammer looks very, very punishing. Moving away. And this is very, very active here at the moment now. Killer Hertz again to try and manoeuvre to get a run in and then slam that hammer down. Good driving though by George Francis, taking Chaos 2 out of danger's way. Out of harm's reach. Well, there's no use slamming the Killer Hertz hammer down on the arena floor like some woodpecker maddened with rage. But now Chaos 2 is between Shunt and Killer Hertz and again had to get out of the way of those two mighty axes coming swinging down. There's the Czech team. And Chaos 2 know they're in trouble here. Woo! And this isn't the way people in the pits thought this battle would go.
Wow.
Chaos 2 sustaining real damage. Look at that. The CO2 canister's been pierced by Shunt. Now that will take any power out of the main weapon of Chaos 2, the high-pressure flip, I'm sure. Meanwhile, Killer Hertz also taking damage from Shunt, just controlling itself and getting away. There still seems to be power in the Chaos 2 weapon to me. We'll wait and see. It's in the CP's head. It needs to get out of there now. Oh, Killer Hertz is flipped up on its side. This is amazing stuff. Great stuff. This is the sort of stuff we actually dream about in the Robot Wars team. I know. Frightening, isn't it? Rather spooky and sad too. And here's Chaos 2 trying to get away from Killer Hertz. Killer Hertz is on its back. Oh, lovely. Lovely. You can see the belly of Killer Hertz. Oh, Killer Hertz, the wheels spinning. They're trying to right themselves. They can't. They're out. They're immobilized. It's Chaos 2 and George Francis who go through. The Killer Hertz team out from the Czech Republic. Even though, at that point, when the CO2 canister was burst, it seemed that Chaos 2 would be heading out.
Dude, that was the closest that we ever seen to Chaos 2 getting an ass whooping there, but damn, man, you can't get up, man, you're screwed, man.
Not so, though. Chaos 2 are through. And next up, Cerberus from Cyprus, named after the dog which used to guard the underworld in Greek mythology, against the Mauler from the USA. Although we've got problems, I hear, with Mauler in the pits. And Mauler has had to go out into the testing zone for a final trial. And the problem is the weaponry and the safety of that flailing weapon. Does that look under control to you? One final test to see if the team from California can stay in the competition. Is that safe? That's the major concern.
We've done a risk assessment on your robot. We cannot put our names, either health and safety or the production, to that risk assessment because we feel that the robot is too unsafe to go into that arena. We cannot risk it.
The potential for harm, the fact that the welding, for instance, we would have to have a certificate for the welding on there. And now we haven't even got that. Right. We haven't even got the right measures in place, and you haven't brought your own risk assessment for your robot. That's why I, as their health and safety officer, have to say to them, it has to go under test conditions first.
And of course, we haven't got that environment here. And so unfortunately, we're not going to be able to allow you to compete.
We win by default.
You don't win by default, so risk go through. I'm really, really sorry. Because of the legal aspects of over here in this country, we cannot do this.
Oh, fine. I've asked my questions in advance of them, and I don't see any way around it. So, que sera, sera. Back to San Francisco.
So Cerberus go through by default. They're first up against Diotior of Ireland. Chaos 2 against Razor is an all-English affair. So is Mortis against Behemoth. And then Northern Ireland in the shape of Weldor against 101. The surprise winners, of course, over Panic Attack. And that's the lineup for the quarterfinals.
You asked the chaps, they really don't want to hit us.
It was nothing to do with South Bay Mauler being too dangerous for Robot Wars.
Maybe. I'm not saying anything, nothing definitive.
I want to know the truth as well.
Yes.
Are you slightly relieved?
Of course we're relieved. Bet we're lunatics or something.
But as the competition hots up and the house robots turn even nastier, we'll see who's got what it takes in the quarterfinals.
Let's go.
From Cyprus, Cerberus.
A circular tungsten-tipped saw, stainless steel claws, steel ram and clubbing tail make Cerberus a growling dog from hell. The body shell's Kevlar took 8 weeks to build.
My name is Theo. This is Vasso. This is Alex. This is our robot Cerberus. We are representing Cyprus. The front here is his head, which acts as a ram. The tail acts as a sweeping weapon and can also push opponents over. He has 2 sets of claws at the back and at the front.
Going with Team Dietor, boys.
Racing towards Bothala, Robot Wars Heaven. The 2 teams. Diotior from Ireland, and they're the boys from Cyprus.
Roboteers, stand by.
The first spotted Diotior with Peter, Joe and Kieran. And Cerberus, magnificent-looking robot. Well done to the Cypriot boys for putting that together. Super-looking robot, isn't it, Cerberus? With the tail and the head, the eyes there.
Oh, boys.
And Diotior as well, with the boggle eyes and the great lurid grin. And the fur covering, balding at the back, of course. That's the fur covering, I should say, on Diotior, balding at the back. And they'll need to avoid the flame pits. And the gnashers of Cerberus, and the claws too, and the tail. It's not wagging at the moment, though. Enjoy, because Diotior is causing trouble. Don't forget that lifting ram. Very powerful. Oh, and flipping Cerberus up and over. Almost like a little puppy dog that wants a tickled tummy. Cerberus, though, beginning to growl and growl. And the tail clamping down on the lifting mechanism of Diotior. Spinning away Cerberus. Oh, kill a lot in there from the CPZ, the house robot, coming into play. Cerberus spins, comes on the attack again. Diotior flips it once. And tries for the big one that'll end it, surely! Over goes Cerberus. The Irish boys are through. Cerberus out. Immobilised by this great flip. Once they tried it. Up and over. And give that doggy a kennel for the night.
Damn.
It's all over for Cerberus.
On fire again.
Oh, look, in the top of your picture, Diotior is on fire again. But we don't need this also. The house robots coming in on Cerberus. Someone should stop this. You may laugh, that's your machine. It took you 8 weeks to build, just about to be gnashed and gnawed and tattered and torn by Killalot and Co. Someone call a stop to this. This isn't fair. Oh, I don't want to watch. Cerberus is being torn to pieces out there. Cerberus in pain. Ooh, and torture. And Diotior's on fire. They won't mind that. They love to burn, baby, burn. Robot Inferno. That's the song on Diotior lips. And meanwhile, Cerberus about to taste tire at the bottom of the pit. Cease. Disappointment for the Cypriot boys.
Well, Cerberus go in the pits. Diotior go through. Bulabus Gadina Bukalios Eren.
Again.
The fur was in his eyes. He had the vision and the ambition, but just not the knack.
Not the neck. Yeah, but his head survived.
So?
Really? So
you're still out?
We're still out, yeah, but, you know, it's always next year we'll come back for a visit, you know, and, you know, slap a few robots around.
Yeah?
Yes.
He's learned a lot this year.
He's learned a lot.
A whole lot.
He's in a terrible mess.
Yes.
Was this Killalot?
Like, you know, I think he wanted a bit for a souvenir. He could have asked. I would have given a piece, you know what I mean?
We'll be better equipped next year.
We'll be better equipped next year. Bigger claws.
Stunning robot, isn't it?
It's when we had it, like, it just started
slavering for you.
Did you see we tried to scrape our name onto the side of it?
Yeah. We should
Oh, is that what you were trying to do? I thought it was just taking you ages to flip it over.
Flip it over.
I think that's the first time he's cracked a gag that hasn't been funny. Well, it's first time for everything.
I thought it was quite good, actually, Philip and myself. Diotior through. Next up, Chaos 2 against Razor.
Chaos 2 team, we know you're a phenomenal robot. Have you got any problems that we need to know about, though?
Yes, Razor. That's the problem.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
You don't really want to be pitted against him.
Not really, no.
Because that's probably the only one that you're really weak against, isn't it?
Yeah. If we can get them in the jaw and get a good hold, then that could be it. So
Very exciting.
Prediction? Damn, this is like a heavyweight bout right here. Shit, man, this is so hard to choose. Damn, does Razor clamp on or does Chaos? Even if Chaos flips it over, though, Razor has his self-righting mechanism here. So this one's tough. Unless Chaos does some crazy shit, flips him off the damn arena like he did that other freaking robot. But I don't know, man. Damn, this is tough. I'm worried because Chaos suffered damages before. Did they fix it in time? I'm going to go with Razor. Screw it, guys. Let's go with Razor.
Simon Scott certainly seemed excited. George Francis in the Chaos 2 team there on the left has other problems. Has he had enough time to repair the punctured CO2 canister? Razor has that penetrating, honed steel edge to it. George Francis at the controls of Chaos 2.
Oh, boys.
This a real crunch.
Could be good.
Two robots with a great deal of respect in the pits. Especially Razor for that claw weapon.
Wow.
Chaos 2 nearly flipping Razor up. Chaos 2 can get up to 20 miles an hour. Is nippy, very manoeuvrable, and George Francis is one of the best controllers in the history of Robot Wars. But Razor already puncturing once again the CO2 gas canister.
Ooh.
In the main engine compartment of Chaos 2 has gone, and with it has the power of the weapon gone also. That is a mighty weapon. The beak of Razor. The squeeze ability. Is that a tattered ribbon on the side of Chaos 2? A tattered battle flag, a reminder of previous victories.
Is it
because
done?
that is all they'll be left with, I'm sure now. Memories of victories in the past. This is dead metal and the circular saw and the great scorpion-like pincers at the front. Now they have Chaos 2, and it is a matter of time. Ooh. That is a terrible scar. Well, he's a magnificent driver of a robot, is George Francis. Ooh. He gets great advice from Ian Swan and young Richard in the team as well, but their future in the Robot Wars World Championship is limited to that. In the pit.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Chaos drives himself in the pit in a terrible suicide move. But have you ever seen such total chaos and metal mayhem? Razor goes through.
Do you guys think that like the see-through of the back of Chaos 2 is like makes it easier for like the opponents to see where to kind of hit? I feel like they definitely, if they ever like tweak their robot, that should be something that they do. I don't know, man. What do you guys think on that?
Well, it does a little victory dance of delight, Razor.
Well. We finally see what Razor can do.
Yeah.
I have to say that, and everyone went very quiet for a long time.
So he nearly flipped us at one point. But George was going to, if George flipped us, he was going to ram us into the side or into the house robot, so we couldn't self-right.
Right.
He knows we can self-right. So
Right.
we really had to get him in the jaw and sort of try and disable it. It was a tough machine. He was still mobile. But I think we did.
After all of that damage, I know, it's incredible.
The flipper, so that's the dangerous bit.
Where did it go through then? Here?
All over the place there, I think here. It's wrecked the, basically wrecked the pneumatics, so the flipper didn't work.
Where does all that gas come from?
It probably actually came out of the filling hose there.
Wow.
But without the flipper, I wasn't going to win, so I didn't like getting trashed, so I dived in the pit.
I know. It's the first time I've seen a robot commit suicide.
First time we
screw
see
this.
Philippa fiddling with the inside, perhaps trying to find Chaos 2's backbone. Did it have any? They're out. Next up, Mortis against Behemoth.
Nice. There you are then.
There you go, Philippa.
What, you expect me to be impressed or something?
Like that.
Let's go see the opposition.
Did he just try to do what I think that he just tried to do right there? What the freak?
Hey, Behemoth team, what on earth are you doing? What are you still ferreting them for at this
We're
point?
just testing it. Make sure it works when we get in there. Kind of
Right.
important that it does when you're against Mortis.
Exactly. How do you feel up against Mortis? Do you think you can get
A
them?
little worried, but, well, they've got self-righters, so even if we do, it relies on the basis that hopefully they won't run.
Have you got the power to, for example, push them in the pit?
We've got the power to push them in the
but it's
pit.
just whether they stay still long enough.
Right.
They're pretty quick, so we're pretty slow.
Okay. All right, well, I wish you all the best, because you're going to need all the luck in the world, I think, with this one. It's a difficult one.
Thanks.
Going with Mortis. Mortis, guys.
Mortis boys look confident. Behemoth has that front scoop that could lift them up and over, don't forget. Mortis against Behemoth.
Peace.
Stand by.
An all-English affair.
3, 2, 1.
Mighty tense. And a real heavyweight battle this. Mortis with the hammer and also with the lifting arm. But there's the Behemoth scoop. Don't forget that can lift up 300 pounds. Oh, and Mortis up and over and bracing itself first on the hammer blade. They look so cool. There's the arm also bracing Mortis. But they're being edged towards the pit and they'll need to move here quickly on its side. Goodness me, the Behemoth boys there nearly have Mortis in the pit. And they do now!
Oh my God.
What a surprise! Behemoth through and the Mortis confidence misplaced.
Well, Behemoth one step closer to the World Championship title. He throws Mortis in the pits and out of the competition.
And that's a
Mortis too cocky?
major surprise, surely, for Rob Knight, the Mortis captain, in the pits with Philippa.
I'm very worried going in. I thought we were going to trash them. But we didn't.
But you must be fairly disappointed with Mortis on the whole, because even though you've ploughed so much time and effort and money into it, it hasn't performed.
It hasn't done as well as I would have hoped, I agree.
Why do you think that is? If there's one thing you'd change, or...
I need to practice driving, I would say, definitely.
At any moment were you thinking, oh no, this isn't going to work, he's going to get me?
When the axe came in, it was, but it only just caught in there and jammed in between the gaps. So, and then as soon as they came in at front, we was front on front, and we just picked them up. And then over they went, and then just pushed them around the arena.
You can see it glazing over your eyes, the thought of winning the competition.
Well, beating Mortis is quite a triumph in its own, really.
It is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
That's some skateboard wheels on the front of a Behemoth.
Mortis beat itself with poor driving. Rob Knight thought so. Next up, Weldor against 101 and Super Bunny.
This Super Bunny has been with you for 9 years. And now what's going to happen to her?
Oh, shit.
Gonna die.
Oh,
You can't do that.
I'd say to get chopped in half.
Look. Who taped her down there, Amy? That one.
You
that
bully.
Over there. You meanie.
I wanted to crucify it and nail it.
Holy.
What's happened to the pair of you?
worried about
Is this
my
what Robot Wars does to people?
Yeah.
You used to be charming when you first came in. Now you're horrible.
Oh,
meanies.
Philip Lundy there on the left in the Weldor team. Be kind to Super Bunny.
I want to go with 101. I don't want the bunny to die, guys. Come on.
Please, says Amy. Weldor from Northern Ireland. And 101 from England. Oh, the bunny's not there. There must have been a change of heart.
Oh,
there
thank
he
God.
is. Amy's got Super Bunny. The world's all right. Will
Yes.
101 do? Weldor just waiting to come in with those forklift raising prongs.
Ho, ho!
Teetering and tottering. Goodness me, that was brinkmanship from Weldor. And Phelim Lundy was very nearly out of the competition. Well, he likes his Gaelic football, and he was very nearly kicked into touch there. As 101 comes in with a big boot, or is it a big boot? No real weaponry on 101. Now you see, Weldor has those prongs to tantalisingly tease the tank tracks of 101. Just hoisting it up, trying to get some traction itself on the arena floor. 101 slams down. Phelim at the controls. Loves to play the drums, loves his triathlons. That hammer weapon's a little bit ineffective. A little bit like a petal on a flower. As strong and menacing as a rose petal. going towards the flamed pit. That'll scorch and sear the camouflage. 101 again, trundling in on the attack. There's dead metal waiting to see if there's anything loose. Scars on the top of 101. Super Bunny's okay. That's our major concern, of course. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit. Well done. Get on the arena wall. Needs to get out of there. If it goes to the judges, they will decide on style and control, damage and aggression, of course. So who's the more aggressive of these two controllers? All a little bit tentative at the end, but they are still both mobile, look.
I know.
Very close.
Well, that was a war of attrition. Weldor escaped from the pits. We're going to have to go to a judge's decision on that.
On the left, Adam Harper, Noel Sharkey and Martin Smith, our international panel of judges. We're looking again at replays of this. That was crucial. Weldor very, very nearly in the pit, but then causing minor damage on 101. Certainly the more aggressive, I think, overall, Weldor. Better style, too. Had the hammer, a little bit ineffective. But overall, which robot will come out on top? In the judge's decision. 101 there, doing all the pushing and work. Now it's time for Weldor to flip 101 up. Using the hammer again.
We have a unanimous decision. 101 wins!
Really?
Super Bunny and Amy go through with Dad Mike, and a sporting reaction, really, from the Weldor team.
Interesting.
Yeah, you took the bunny off at the last minute. What made you change your mind?
Well, I didn't want it to get killed in the end.
No, of course not. She's been your best friend for 9 years, Super Bunny. Do you think she's upset that you did that to her? No, she's forgiven you, has she? Oh, fantastic. I'm very pleased about that. And how do you feel about your victory, Mike?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I thought we were going to lose, actually, at one point, because he got his forks jammed under our tracks. And jammed us up completely. And, oh, no, but...
It's a bated breath moment.
Yeah, well, we managed to wriggle free and it almost got him in the pit.
Oh, he did have a go, didn't he?
Yeah,
that one's all right.
Done well.
It's sadly the chopper just wasn't powerful enough,
Couldn't
was
get
it?
the bar into the mechanism at all, the bar pressure. Plenty of pressure in the balance, but couldn't get the actual bar pressure to actually give it that force. We marked them a couple of times, like, but if we had a better hammer, we probably would have been able to do better. But we're well happy, and just like to thank everybody that helped us back home.
Well, good.
To get here.
And you survived for the whole duration of the fight. So it wasn't all bad, was it?
No.
You just could have done with a bigger chopper.
But small was beautiful. Super Bunny, 101 go back into their warren to prepare for their semi against Razor. First up, Behemoth against Giottior.
Well, the international dove of peace has well and truly flown. Dodging the ground-to-air missiles as she goes, because after another brutal display of world disharmony, we're now left with just 4 metal-hungry robots. However, only the 2 with the biggest appetites for the destruction will survive the semi-finals.
Excuse me?
Well, guys, you're going for a place in the final of the World Championships. How are you feeling?
Not too bad.
You beat Mortis, and that was one of the favourites.
Indeed.
Yeah,
There's no
big
pit
time.
this time.
Yeah, you can't push him into the pit.
No, we can't push him into the pit.
But
so
you can flip him over.
You can flick him over, push him to the Sergeant Bash, or push him to the Flame Pit. That makes some.
So there are your tactics.
Yeah.
Prepare to do battle.
Thank you. Thank you.
The boys from Era, I tell you, they reckon they're going to do you.
Ah, come on. They'll have to knock the smile off the face.
What are your tactics then? What are you going to do?
Up the middle with smoke.
Up the middle with smoke?
Jesus.
Do you think you can win this?
We're up against a very good robot.
Yeah, it is a good robot.
As you can see, we've been battle-scarred heavily.
You have. It's a very strong robot as well. Do you think you've got the power to take it on?
Yeah.
We're a strong robot too.
Yeah. How's that arm work at the front?
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Jesus.
Prepare to do battle.
Right.
We're going with Behemoth. A lot of times we do underestimate Dietor because it's always, in flames and shit. All in good spirit. But, yeah, we're going to go with Behemoth. That impressive win on Mortis, that shocked me, man.
Behemoth then from England.
Beauty.
And there, the Irish scarred and burnt entry, Giottior.
Roboteers, stand by.
Hey, great fun. Peter Redmond, Joe Gavin and Kieran Byrne. And the Behemoth boys too. Two very popular teams in the pits. Waltz together. This for a place in the world final. And they're the flipper of Behemoth.
Nice.
Over Diotio. And there the Streamek, the self-righting mechanism, coming into play, but not righting Diotio first time. Behemoth gives them a little bit of a helping hand. And they're just going to leave them on its side.
Smart.
And that has totally negated the self-righting mechanism. That won't do. Behemoth's chance is any good, though. Helping Diotio out. Sporting a hand, that's what Robot Wars is all about. Now, you see, once you've been sporting light, you can come in for the kill. Are they on fire again? Diotio kebab. There's not a lot left of the fur, let's be honest. Up and over. They know there's a torch there. Sergeant Bash and the flamethrower. There's the torch from the side of the arena. And
fire!
We have ignition. And blast off for Diotio any moment now, I should think. Unless they can use that arm to get in underneath Behemoth. And don't forget, this English robot on the right, with the stripes, has already beaten the much-fancied Mortis. They're the big scoop. Up and over again.
Again.
And barbecued Diotio is just about to be put out for good, I would think. Spinning it, rolling it, crashing it. Again, lifting on the front of the Irish team. They're desperately trying to stay alive and come on the attack now to take on Behemoth. Are we to see just a little bit of a sting in the tail for those judges and the rest of us? Well, a little bit tentative, a bit of a prod and a shove. And I don't think Diotio has the lifting power to hoist this 80-kilogram Behemoth. Just trying once again. Time ticking down, though. Both robots still mobile at the end.
Well, I think I know who won, but both robots were still mobile. We're going to have to go to the judges for a decision.
Key points here, damage and aggression, I think. Aggression from Behemoth, flipping Diotio up and over. Damage sustained by the Irish boggle-eyed furball. Constantly rolled and flipped up and over. There he goes again. On fire once more. For me, it's an easy decision, this one, for the judges. You never quite know with them, do you?
Never
They
know.
might fancy a boggle-eyed furball from Ireland. Or will they prefer the great truck Behemoth?
And the judges have made a decision. I thought so. It's unanimous. The winners are Behemoth.
No surprise there, the English boys winning. But the Irish lads have been magnificent. Sporting all the way through. Great fun.
Great job.
Guys, you're in the grand final of the World Championship of Robot Wars. How'd you feel?
Very good.
Very
Yeah.
good.
You were like a cat toying with a mouse. You flipped him on his back, then you flipped him back over, then you put him on his side.
Yeah, well, their self-righting didn't quite work, so I thought I'll put them back on. That a bit of fun, tip them over.
You weren't taking them seriously. You knew you could win that any time you wanted to, didn't you?
I was being kind, though.
You were being kind, were you?
Yeah.
It's a strong robot, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How much can that shovel lift?
The lifting is about 300 kilograms, and it can pull about 1.5 tons. Pull a Land Rover easily.
It can pull a Land Rover?
Yeah.
Well, I reckon you're in with a good chance. You've beaten some good robots to get this far.
Strong bot.
Good luck for the final.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Behemoth!
They did extremely well. Were they being kind or playing with their food, man? I'm just playing. They were good. Good team, man.
The Pritchard boys and Kane Aston through, but the Irish lads, hugely popular with the audience, have been sporting all the way through. Well done to them.
They were brilliant. They were very, very good.
Weren't they?
It's like a football. You couldn't have asked against a better team. They
And
just
was it-
flipped us back.
for flipping us back over, though.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That was really nice of them because it made a great show of it, didn't it?
They wanted a fair fight, and that was what we got. It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Didn't even have to get the other house robots involved.
Or even the eye is broken. He's so lovely.
Oh, well. You can get furred up again and new eyes.
Yeah.
Ready to
He
fight.
will be resurrected.
Yeah,
Like a phoenix.
absolutely.
Look at your grin. How do you feel?
Great. It's nice to actually make it to the finals of the World Championship. It's a great feat, really, in its own.
Now, some people would have said that you were very, very silly for flipping him back the right way.
Yeah, well, we thought the majority of the opponents we're going to go up against, we haven't flipped them back, so we thought, well, we'll play with this one.
Have a game.
Yeah.
Have a laugh.
Yeah.
Give us a better show.
Yeah, make it last a bit longer.
They loved it as well.
Yeah.
They had a really good time. So thank you very much. It was a great battle.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank
Bearmore through to the world final, and they'll meet there either Razor or 101 and Super Bunny, of course.
More exciting bits from the pits now before they go in for their battle. Here's Amy and Mike, the 101 team. How are you doing, guys? How's Bunny? She's so funny.
Again?
Somebody's written here, did the bunny write this? Don't hurt me, Razor.
We're going to get creamed, I think.
You're not. I know you've been most worried about coming up against Razor, and it had to happen sooner or later,
It's the most
didn't it?
awesome of animals, and I think he's going to have us.
Really?
For lunch.
Really? Yeah. Well, you've got some bits in there that have cost
Think
you
so,
lots
too.
of money and lots of time and lots of effort. Where are those bits?
All over.
Oh, really? There's no particular place that's going to hurt more than any?
It's all going to hurt.
Oh.
Every bite is going to...
I think they were quite nice earlier. They were saying they might not scratch a paintwork down the side.
I'm not worried about the paint.
No, well, I didn't think you would be, but I thought it might be some small consolation, maybe. So how are you feeling? You've gone all smug, haven't you, you three?
Well, no.
They know, they feel
it's
it.
never a certainty. We've gone out to really, simple machines. Yeah, we've been right through this where you think we're going to destroy them, and then something happens. So until we come out, victorious, you don't know.
Don't count
never
your
underestimate
chickens.
your opponent.
Don't count your circuit boards until they've worked.
It's happened, so many times.
Wise words.
Stand by.
Hard to go against Razor. We're going with Razor. I just, man, you don't want to underestimate. Even though I've been saying I always underestimate 101, I just don't see Razor losing this one. Just don't see it.
The second semi-final for a place in the world final. Oh, there's Super Bunny safe in the arms of Amy. Ooh, and there's Razor.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Oh, Razor!
Your pistons till they're pumped. Don't count your gears till they're meshed. Don't count your accelerators until they've accelerated. 101
Perfect
in the
grip.
claws of dead metal. And that's what we thought would happen in the beak of Razor. That is hardened sheet steel. They say Razor's part bird, part reptile. Well, at the moment, it's got a crocodile grip on 101. And it's got the scorpion of dead metal. Don't hurt Bunny, that red. Well, Super Bunny's not there. And 101 probably wishes it was elsewhere too. This is going horribly, predictably to plan for the Razor boys. And Mike Franklin said 101, his machine would be creamed, and he's not wrong. Look at that. Just crumpling the frame of 101. The body shell is HE30 alloy, tossed around, leaf in a storm, into Sir Killalot's clutches and away again. Now, that's good driving by Mike. Good speed as well. Amy looks perplexed, holding on to Super Bunny as if her life depended on it. At the controls, Ian Lewis with the beard of Razor. Oh, and there's the claw again. I wonder if that's Ian at the control of that, or Simon Scott, the team captain, with the long hair. But it has been the most decisive factor in his World Championship so far. The weapon of Razor. Nothing else has compared to this. Well, they're saying, the audience, dump it in the flame pit. That's the flame pit there. You can't dump a robot in, but you can leave it to be grilled. Yeah. 101, I think, here, doing magnificently just to stay competitive. Running away to fight another day. If Razor can get a grip on one of those tracks which came from an old bottle washing machine, it could be the end. It is the end now.
Well, both robots are still mobile, so while the judges make the decision, let's look at some of the highlights of that amazing battle.
Razor immediately on the attack. That's the first puncture. You heard the metal pop, literally. And despite those tracks spinning away and trundling, 101 could not get out of trouble. Insanely came on the attack, so we'll just punch you again. Look at those marks on top. All the aggression in this semi-final from Razor, all the punishment sustained by 101, had little chance to control itself away. Razor surely the winner here, surely triumphant.
The judges have gone for Razor.
Well, it wasn't a close shave, really, was it? They knew it. And so did Amy, really. Doesn't seem too unhappy.
They did good, though.
Mike. That 101 has got a hard steel outer shell, and you went through it like a knife through butter.
A powerful machine.
That is one
That's
tough
a tough
tang.
isn't it?
One tough
Still
tang.
going.
Yeah, I mean, I
Brilliant.
thought you'd do some internal damage, which would render it useless.
Right on
But
his batteries there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're tough old things,
So,
these robots.
what can that cut through then?
Cars.
Most
Probably take the
things.
block out of your car.
Television sets.
Titanium, which will worry Behemoth.
You're through to the final.
Yeah.
You're feeling confident. You must be.
Yeah. It's working.
Well, good luck to you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Razor!
Well, I think Razor will start as the favourite for the final. It's the favourite with the crowd, that's for sure.
Wasn't very nice in there, was it? No, bet you're glad your bunny wasn't on there that time, eh? I bet it hurt you a little bit more than it hurt Amy.
Well, I was going to play dead. At the first fight, I was going to play dead. And she said, no, fight them, so...
Everyone in here was going, jump, jump.
So
you did fight, so you're very serious. It was you
we
that
kept
was doing
going.
the fighting, yeah? Yeah, it was you saying fight on,
We were
fight
still
on.
running. That's incredible. We still kept going after all that damage.
There's battery acid on the end of the nose.
That's acid, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't touch it, no. It's far too dangerous for the likes of me.
That's it. That was good fun, wasn't it?
It was great.
Top
It was great. You weren't very gentle on him, though.
No, they're tough, though. They were a tough machine.
He marked it out where we were going to crush you, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think we applied.
And this, the final of the first Robot Wars World Championship.
damn.
Razor against Behemoth.
The one good thing to come out of this global dispute, we're now left with two robotic gods. Yes, the carnage has been vile, the damage catastrophic, and 14 robots have been decommissioned. But now, the war is about to be settled for good. Take cover for the first World Championship final.
How do you feel, guys?
Slightly confident, but I mean, we're not going to push our luck because we know what we're against. We know what they're capable of doing. It's just basically keep in front of them and see what we can do.
So what's pushing your luck then? Trying to flip him? Does that mean you're not going to try and flip him?
Well, we're going to try and flip him, but
He'll come back again. But if we can try and do it like we did with Mortis, keep him so he can't come back on his wheels, then
Right.
the robot will be safe.
It's all fully functioning. I take that for granted at the moment because it's just been fantastic all the way through. The Razor team are through to the final against Behemoth, and I think we are going to see the most fantastic fight. If he
better
flips you,
be.
you should be able to right yourself, yeah?
Yeah, straight back out.
Yeah.
Okay, so which bits are you going to go for?
All over.
The whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Just anywhere and everywhere? Indiscriminate?
Totally, yeah.
Look at you eyeing up that robot.
Like
Oh,
it.
this is going to be good.
I like their confidence as a team, but the Behemoth team definitely is not a sleeper. I think that's one Razor's gonna have a tough time. I want to go with Razor because I've always liked Razor anyway, but very, very, very impressed with Behemoth. Like I'm really underestimated that robot. Yeah, big time. Let's go, baby.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Come on,
The world
Razor.
final. And immediately on the attack, it's Razor with the beak and Behemoth with the scoop. The two most dangerous weapons we've seen throughout these World Championships. The scoop raises and drops. In on the attack again comes Razor, flipped up on its side.
Nice.
Now it can use that beak to right itself if it can get away from the clutches of Behemoth, which is pinning Razor down on the floor at the moment. Razor desperately trying to get some sort of claw hold on the arena floor, but this is good steering and controlled aggression from the Pritchard boys and Kane Aston in that Behemoth team. Matilda comes in as well. Now you can see the wings on the beak, as it were, as Razor flips itself up, comes on the attack. Turned over once again, though. And worry here for Simon Scott and Vincent Blood and Ian Lewis in that Razor team. The Behemoth boys are on top. Razor being toppled and turned again onto the flame pit.
Oh my God.
It'll get itself away from there, I'm sure. That is rising phoenix-like from the flames, or is it? Can they get away from there? I don't think they can.
Come on.
I think that wing isn't gaining sufficient purchase on the grid of the flame pit. They get a nudge. They're off now. They could be away any moment. There's something wrong here, you know, with Razor. And Razor has a history of mechanical breakdowns. And I think they've gone again. The beat, the stream-mech, the self-righting mechanism. No, they're okay. They're off and running. Oh, for a minute there, I thought they'd gone. And I think Simon Scott did too. Vincent Blood there, the bald head at the bottom of your picture. We know what he's like. Ever had a dinky toy when you were a kid? Vincent, when he was 7, built a car crusher to destroy them.
Oh,
that's
my
what
God.
He's like. This is Razor, though, crushing Behemoth, the frame. And the bottom part of Behemoth there is its most vulnerable part. Just peeling away the plating along the side. Hopping and jumping now, look, Razor. And Behemoth pinned between Shunt and Razor. And in trouble, this is an epic final. Damage sustained by both, but it's Razor there. Pinning Behemoth down towards the CPZ, the corner patrol zone, the flags of St. George on the top of Behemoth. An all-English final. Razor turns to come on the attack, now dances away from Behemoth. Spins again. Behemoth just waiting for Razor to drive itself onto the front scoop and trying to lift but missing. Now Razor going around the side panel again.
Nervous.
To crunch down and peel away that side plate. The Pritchard boys trying to control Behemoth away. Keep your distance. The sticker says, well, they haven't kept their distance from Razor. And who's the winner here? What a wonderful final.
Holy shit.
A fantastic final. While the judges make their decision, let's look at some of the highlights of Razor, Behemoth, the World
Holy
Championship
shit.
final.
Early on, Razor flipped up and over by Behemoth. Onto the flame pit. I thought it was out there. I thought they'd lost control and power. Very slowly trying to right themselves. Couldn't get up and over. Finally did. Took time, though. They were alive. And from now on in, Razor dominated the final. Causing problems and causing damage to Behemoth. That's the main damage sustained by anyone in this final. Behemoth tried to flip it, it didn't work. So back came Razor on the attack. Again, this time on the other side. Similar fate, though, crumpling and crashing. What a final. How close was this?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision. It's a split decision.
Split.
2-1. It goes to Razor!
Oh, shit! That's upsetting for them, man. They did so good. They were so much more aggressive, but wow. They felt more aggressive.
Well, Razor are the world champions, the first ever world champions of Robot Wars. And joining Philippa in the pits is Mark Thorpe, the godfather and creator of Robot Wars, to present the award.
Thank you, Craig. Mark, this must be quite a moment for you. Is this a worthy first winner?
Oh, yeah. I fell in love with Razor the first time I saw it, and I've always thought of Robot Wars as an art sport, and this clearly, demonstrates how that's clearly true.
It is. It's a beautiful robot. With no further ado, we should present the winning team with their trophy.
Congratulations.
Laying.
Well done from all of us at Robot Wars to Simon Scott and Vincent Blood and Ian Lewis, world champions with Razor of England.
Was trying to read the title there. I thought I saw an I on there. I thought it said international.
So yet another great war is over. For our losing roboteers, it's time to regroup and rebuild and to think of a better future, or at least a better robot that won't get smashed to oblivion next time. As for our winners, as they bask in the spotlight of world domination, we ask them to remember one thing. Just when you think that the world is yours, a nutter will fight you for it on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
We'll wait just in case, guys. Now, it's going to be much harder for me to name all the robots. We'll see if we can find some of the names. Nothing here. Not sure there's nothing here, but just in case, we'll wait a couple seconds. All right, I think it's safe to say. All right, can we find? Let's see if we can find some of the names of the competitors, guys. It's going to be a little hard to. Shit. All right, we got some here, right? Yeah, let's see if we can get back here.
16 team.
Let's see if we can get that name. All right, so guys, what a freaking last battle right there. I definitely felt Behemoth was more aggressive, but you know, Razor was definitely clawing in on the sides and stuff like that, where you see like physical damage. So definitely a great bout. Very impressed how far the Behemoth team went. They, you know, definitely upset a pick of mine with Mortis. Very strong robot. Maybe too cocky, who knows? The thing there, but Razor is one freaking badass robot here. There were some robots here that were like, just okay. As far as like, you know, because, you know, they didn't get to compete and stuff. The other, I think it was another USA team, that crazy spinning shit. It looked cool. It definitely looked cool. I'll never know if they would have had the potential to go far. I don't know on that. But definitely happy with either Razor or Behemoth winning. I think there were some solid robots here. For the most part, I gotta say this about Dietor. No matter how much that robot is like burning all the time, like, you know, that robot is always burning, right? But that robot never ceases to like almost to stop moving. So definitely very impressed with that. You know, they go far, man. They really do go pretty far in these events. So pretty cool on that part. You know, we chose some good ones. We definitely have some favorites, some standouts, some really strong ones, you know, with Razor. I thought Mortis, you know, they're $30,000. I guess money can't buy them a win right now, at least in this stage of this championship. But I think Behemoth is definitely like a juggernaut. We grew up playing with Tonka trucks, so when I looked at that Behemoth, man, damn, very impressed with it. If that was one kick-ass robot, I definitely think it shocked Mortis. Maybe they'll get a wake-up call, and we'll see if these guys compete. I pray and I hope that Behemoth comes back. Of course, I want Mortis to come back. You know, I think you guys feel like on the final bout, I felt like Dead Metal helped a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's about that. I need to see it again. It was that good. I need to see it again to rewatch the whole thing again. Very easy to miss things, but I think I felt like Dead Metal was helped it out a little bit to get out of that predicament, but at the same time, when it backed up, it did get out. But they were in a very, you know, I guess sticky situation right there. So I felt like, you know, the momentum was shifted to Behemoth. Quite frankly, you know, I really thought they were going to win it, but eventually, once that it got out, and you just see it start doing it, you know, working its magic, man, you know, they are one tough robot to beat. I'm gonna see if I can get the other list. I might not be able to get it. I don't know where it's at, so it's gonna be kind of tough to find the other names because there's so many names here. Yeah, that's it. Was there any robots that was like kind of lackluster besides the one that didn't get to compete? Is this the list? Let me see what the list is. So hard to know these spots. Okay, so now we got that. I wanted to get the other list with Panic Attack and all that stuff. I'm trying to see if we can get it, guys. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find that list here. Oh, you know what? That Chaos bout with Razor was very good. That was another standout bout. God damn it. It's so hard to find these things here. All right, I think we got it here. Okay. So, shit. All right, professional guys here. All right, there we go. So, 101, fantastic job. The Kilohertz bout with Chaos 2 was pretty good. I honestly, you know, Kilohertz did very, very well. I was rooting for it because they had the little Charmander thing. I think that out of any of the robots that we saw here, to me personally, minus smaller that didn't compete, there was 2 robots to me personally that I felt like had no chance to win. And no disrespect for the teams, it's just a small opinion. I didn't feel that Cerberus could win and the other American robot Prometheus. Like, I was so disappointed with its robot. You know, he was like talking about his front circular saw, but it didn't look like that impressive. As far as any of the other robots, like their weaponry just looked like 10 times, 20 times, 30 times more better from Chaos, you know, Kilohertz, 101, even 101's pushing power, Behemoth, Panic Attack, like everybody else's weapons looked way better than Prometheus' weapons. Cerberus was another one. Those were 2 robots that I just felt like were just like, like, I don't know. Hopefully, maybe they'll have some revisions. Hopefully, we'll see some more world championships. I think that this was definitely more interesting. No trials, just straight to the battles, which is where it's at. So on that, on a whole, was very impressive. I think that, you know, between the Chaos bouts was pretty cool. Panic Attack screwed themselves out. That was, you know, they got unlucky, bad luck for them, but I really kind of wanted to see what the Mauler could do. I don't know. I think the Mauler could have probably beat Cerberus. But after that, who knows what would have happened. But yeah, so this I can say confidently, I wasn't that disappointed like I've been in the past with this episode. You know, with the bouts, I think most of it did what it was supposed to do. Definitely excited with the end game result. Yeah, we got more to check out. If you want to see more of that stuff, best thing to do is keep checking out the channel. If you don't have the notifications on, turn that bad boy on. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, that will help me out tremendously. So please consider doing that. And thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Definitely some great bouts here. I definitely would like to see, for my free time, the final bout again. I want to see the Chaos 2 and Razor bout again. I think that was another one for me to check out. And I want to just laugh at the Behemoth one with Mortis. I think those are ones for me to check out. So this is a long reaction, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Peace.